Well, Bob, unfortunately, since it's cloudy, we can't see the supermoon,
Right.
but we got a great glance at it last night.
Yeah, and it wasn't much different than what it'll be tonight. So if you saw it last night, good for you. We had some fair skies last night, but tonight a different story. We had some photos sent in. We had some clouds earlier, though. Norm Schimmel getting this shot, showing kind of a gray, colorless, opaque Midwestern sky, it appears, as a front moves on down. And this was last night. Val getting this one. Beautiful shot of the supermoon, closest in its orbit around the Earth, perigee known as. And I tell you what, it was looking good last night. And as far as the clouds go, and showers are still around. They're starting to break up to the north of us as a result of the front slowly making its way down south right now. And you can see that wind has turned out of the north, and that wind out of the north here indicates that the front has indeed passed Ocala and Gainesville. We're still getting a bit of a northeasterly component, but that will soon change, and we'll usher in some cooler and drier air. We could see some 40s to the north of the Tampa Bay area for low temperatures well to the north of the Tampa Bay area. Still, though, some moderate to heavier showers occurring offshore. These will be making their way onshore through the overnight hours, and it looks as though red tide is still a factor, although it's lessening in some areas. Still, we're getting high concentrations to moderate concentrations in near New Pass and also near Lido, as well as some areas into Manatee County and along Longboat Key, as well as Anna Maria Island. Although these isolated areas are shrinking in size, they're still on the high category there, so we'll keep that in mind. As far as temperatures go, 69 degrees right now, and the dew point is at 59, humidity at 70%. We have a north wind at 6, and the pressure 30.01 inches, and that's holding steady right now. The high today was a little bit below average, 1 degree in fact, 78, our normal high at 79, and the record 89 set back in 1964, 66 was the morning low. No rainfall accumulation officially at the Sarasota Braden Airport. We could get up to maybe 0.05 of an inch with some of these showers moving onshore. Temperatures around the area, 66 in Braden, Parrish, 1 degree cooler, 64 Waterleaf, Rosedale at 65. If you're out on the water, upper 60s to low 70s. Anna Maria now at 71 degrees, and at Siesta Key at 69. Osprey, you're at 67 degrees. And down south into Northport at 65. Inglewood, you're at 67 degrees, and Plantation at 66. As far as the overall forecast goes, tomorrow, looking for a little bit more sunshine. So folks visiting and still out to the Crystal Classic on a Siesta Key, it should be a little more sunshine out there. Temperatures warming to 77 degrees, slightly below average, but a little bit more sunshine. We'll start off the morning in the low 60s to mid 60s up and down the coast. The drier air is slowly sinking southward as that moisture is starting to move out of here. And that's what's going to happen tomorrow as that patch of dry air moves in. Skies will begin to clear out a little bit. Well, it's not clearing out in the Western Caribbean. The National Hurricane Center giving this now a 70% chance of developing into a tropical cyclone over the next 5 days. Only a 10% chance of it developing over the next day or so. So we'll keep an eye on that. The next name up is Otto, and even if it were to develop, it wouldn't move much to the north as a result of high pressure kind of dominating the weather. It's cold in Buffalo, at least chillier there than here, 42 in Omaha, and Denver at 58 degrees, Wichita at 46, and Dallas at 65. For boaters tomorrow, shapes out like this. Winds out of the north at 10 knots. Seas will be generally 2 feet or less with a light chop in the bays and inland waters. The water temperature cooling to 74 degrees, and the UV index will be high at 8 by tomorrow afternoon. Tides upcoming 11:18 just in a few minutes from now. The low tide will be at 7:35. And sunrise at 6:51. Supermoon, well, mostly cloudy skies, not too super seeing it. 62 for low. Tomorrow, some clearing. We'll see partly cloudy skies, 76 for high, north winds at 5 to 10. The extended forecast does call for gradually warming up into the low 80s by Friday and Saturday. Then here comes a very dry cold front, not bringing much rain, but much cooler air. Highs in the low 70s on Sunday, and it will be breezy, making it feel even cooler.